Hey, welcome to another beautiful sunshiny day in southern Idaho. We are working in the shop today. I'm going to be working on my sister's CJ7. So I built this for her a couple of years ago. It's basically a pavement princess. But as many of you know, with CJ7s, the rear springs, they have a tendency to flatten out, and that's the problem with this one, is the rear springs have flattened out. So I'm going to walk you around, show you this, and then also going to show you our project that we posted in a short. The other 83, I don't know, it's right there. Just getting it finished up. This is the one that we changed the motor, transmission, suspension, painted it, or did all the body work and eliminated all the rust. Anyway, it's getting close to being finished. I know the owner is dying to have it back for summertime. I mean, who wouldn't? It's beautiful. Anyway, this is the one we're working on today. I think I said 83, but no, this is an 85 CJ7. And you can see the rear springs are pretty well flat. The Jeep kind of sits butt down, and so yeah, we're gonna get rid of that. We're gonna change the springs. Even with lift shackles in the back, it still squats. I'd kind of like to make it a little more even. Anyway, so we're gonna get it in the shop and get it up on the lift and get it blocked off so that we can get those rear springs changed. But like I said, this is Raptor Liner red. I really like Raptor Liner. It's really a good product. I love the tintable kind. You can tell there's my CJ7. I did mine in Raptor Liner. I did this one in Raptor Liner. It just turned out super good. The color is amazing in the sun and when it's clean. We've been driving around a little bit. Not in paid endorsement for Raptor Liner, but Raptor, if you're watching, I got plenty of good stories for you. I think I've done 5 Jeeps with Raptor Liner, and they all turned out really good. Got the tires off. Next thing is you're gonna stand in here for the axle and get the axle on the stand so that you can take the U-bolts off, and then we'll take the spring bolts off. This Jeep has strictly stock suspension. Doesn't have any wheel blocks in between there. Does have these aftermarket.
Got a nice template to practice on for the side.
These just a little bit longer than the stock one. Okay, we're going to start with a little PB blaster on these U-bolts and hope they come undone. Never have much luck with U-bolts. They don't like to come undone. They like to stay stuck, so we end up replacing them most of the time. I'll lube up these other bolts here. Stick gun here. All right, got those U-bolts off. I still got one here Probably can't see it very good, but this is a common occurrence of using U-bolts that are a bit too long. So this one is bent. It'll never come off. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the death wheel and cut those off. That off of there. All right, got the rear bolts out of there. Oh, can't mess with the axle. I want to tip it over. So yeah, those rear bolts are out. Now we just gotta get the front ones out. I got the one spring off. It came off with a little persuasion on the bolt. The other side, however, is not. It is not cooperating. So we have to cut it. Now, there's not an easy way to do this. How I do it is I just cut in between the spring, rubber, and the hanger, because if you cut the bolt and the nut on the outside off, it's still got part, and then you got to spread the hanger to get it out. I mean, that's doable if that's all you got, but this is not an easy process. Unfortunately, these older rigs are like that, and you just can't get by without. Milwaukee wonders why I'm constantly burning up their angle grinders.
But they last longer.
But they last longer than Alright, there's that. So, alright, so there's the springs and the replacements. Replacements are just some used springs off of another CJ7. But I'm going to show you the difference. So, this is the spring that was in it. This is the other spring. So it should give us the right arc we need for getting that back to normal. All right, I'm gonna try and get these bushings out of there. We need a little bit of heat. Heat up this end just slightly. Most of the time this will push these out. Just a couple of whacks. If not, we can take it in the other shop on the press and press them out that way. This propane torch doesn't get it hot enough to ruin the spring end. Settling torch is probably way too hot. Once you start smelling the rubber burning. Instead of fighting with it, let's push it out. Press. Use a little PD blaster and take them in on the press. Alright, so with considerable effort pounding, I was able to get these bushings out of these springs. Those I'd put in the press and push them out. Now I'll put some new ones back in, hang them back up. We'll find some bolts to put in there, some anti-seize. I like to put anti-seize in there because then it's not the same way the second time. Alright, so I got my anti-seize here. Makes things much easier getting out the second time. Oh, small urethane bushings here. Alright, so I got the bolt in on this side. This is hanging with the new bushing. get this side ready. Honestly, this helps a lot if you're gonna take them apart and put them together. Okay, there's one spring. There. So this thing up here. Hold that so it doesn't keep off. Like that. Okay. Okay, sorry, the battery died on the camera and I didn't even notice. So went in, finished everything, and was talking to myself. Anyway, so here it is, finished product. So new springs, well, new used springs, bushings. Had to get one more U-bolt to replace the one I cut. It was pretty easy to fit. Hooked the shocks back up. Anyway, seems to go pretty good, so I put the doors back on. She has these EAG half doors that go with it. The only other thing I need to do now is I fixed the shifter, change the seat belts. We're gonna take it for a little rip here and see how it drives. This is original 258 inline 6. The motor that came with it. It was one I found in Salt Lake. Pretty not much wrong with it. It sat out behind a building for quite some time. But for the most part, it was a pretty good rig. Alright, we're gonna run over to the gas station and get a Coke. Alright, got a couple of drinks, one for me, one for Darren. Headed back to the shop. We do live out in the middle of nowhere out here, so nobody really complains about my hobby. Idaho farming, bringing in the hay bales. All right, we're back. Alright, so just the final on here. I'll kind of show you what this I mentioned earlier. It's just a 258 inline 6, pretty basic. Weber 3236 carb. We did change the brake master cylinder, but pretty much basic. But runs real good. I use fuel pressure regulator gauge to regulate the pressure to the Weber. I find it works best at about 2 psi. 2.5 is what I got it set at right now. So it seems to run really good right there. Pretty good little rig. I know my sister likes it, so. So yeah, that was probably a little short, but sweet. Changing the springs out. So thanks for watching. And remember, if you like these videos and want to see more, Please like and subscribe so that we can continue to bring you more videos on Jeep CJs. Bye for now.